shit, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We got a huge Patriots trade. Well, it's not that huge, but it's somewhat huge. It's a trade that I knew was coming. I just didn't know when exactly it was coming, but it came now. And, well, the Patriots got a decent return. They traded Keyshawn Boutte, the Houston Texans, for a safety, Jalen Reed, and a 7th-round pick. Jalen Reed is 23 years old, and while he did have some injury problems during his rookie season, I guess during his rookie season, he did have some very high expectations. And, well, by the sounds of it, coming here into New England, he's also going to have those high expectations as well. So we will see if this pans out. Now, looking at the Patriots receiver room, we all knew that this trade was going to happen. I mean, look at the guys they've added, right? They got Romeo Doubs now. They have A.J. Brown. They still have the Warrior guy. I call him the Warrior guy now. Malik Collins. They have Malik Collins, and they have a bunch of young, promising receivers. There was absolutely no room for Keyshawn Boutte in that Patriots receiver room. He had to go. Was this what I was hoping that we would get for him? No. Now, I was hoping the Patriots would get more in this trade here. Looking at Keyshawn Boutte's 3 seasons, his first season, he played 5 games for only 19 yards. Then he played 15 games in 2024, caught a total of 589 yards. That's his highest, 3 touchdowns. And then the season after that, in 2025, he had 551 yards for 6 touchdowns. So the Texans, they have something special here. And if they can develop Boutte, they could develop this guy into a number 1 receiver, possibly. Again, New England just didn't have the room on their roster, and if anything, let's face it, that receiver room needed a major shakeup. You have a possible franchise quarterback here in Drake May. It's looking like he is. You know, let's wait out the rookie deal, and let's see what he's like when he finally gets his big boy contract, you know? Like, all right, we've seen 2 seasons of Drake May. What's he got in season number 3? Now that he has a legit number 1 wide receiver, he has some solid receiving depth around him. And, well, I'm going to say it, that O-line is improved. Honestly, I'm expecting a huge jump from the Patriots. I'm not expecting 14 wins like last season, but I am expecting at least 10 to 12 wins. Okay, this schedule is going to be a little bit harder than last season, but I'm expecting at least 10 to 12 wins out of this Patriots team, and I'm expecting a playoff appearance. We are getting close to being actual Super Bowl contenders, right? This is the year. This is pretty much our dress rehearsal Super Bowl contention year, right? If the Patriots can get another 10-win season, 10 or more win season, then they have proven that, yeah, they are now officially legit Super Bowl contenders. Last season, I'm going to admit, and I'm going to admit a lot of stuff in this video, no, I'm just kidding. But no, last season, the Patriots shouldn't have even touched the playoffs. At most, I was expecting the Patriots to get 7 to 10 wins at most next season. Excuse me, last season, not next season. Next season, or this upcoming season, I'm expecting 10 to fucking 12. Ain't no 7 to fucking 10. Hell no. The expectations for the Pats this high, for me, are a little bit higher. Again, they got that number 1 wide receiver, and A.J. Brown. All right, we're going to ignore his down year in Philly. Man's got a change of scenery now. He's got his old head coach back, man that he knows. Okay? So we will have to see how this goes. If the Texans can develop Keyshawn Boutte correctly, they could actually turn him into something pretty fucking good. He has proven that he can be a solid deep threat. Like, Drake May has launched some fucking bombs to him. So if the Texans, again, can develop him correctly, he has shown that he could be a real big fucking threat, you know? Granted, the guy hasn't went past 500 and, well, I was going to say he hasn't had a season past 550 yards, but you look over his first full year as a starting receiver, he had 589 yards. So, again, Keyshawn Boutte is a player that is showing flashes of being a star player. 6 touchdowns compared to 3 touchdowns from last season. That's a big improvement, right? The yards were down a little bit, but not by much. Not by an alarming rate, you know? So, I feel like if the Texans can use this guy right, you can possibly get an elite season out of him. Can he be an elite number 1 receiver? I would say he could definitely be developed into a number 1 receiver if put in the right situation. Is Houston that right situation? Well, who knows? You know? And I'm going to say this. I know this is going to be a wild comparison, right? But look at a receiver like Nelson Aguilar early on in his career. You know, he didn't really do too good. A lot of people were calling for his ass to be out of the league. But then as his career went along, he started to do better and better. And I feel like that could be the kind of receiver that Keyshawn Boutte could be. A receiver that, again, if developed properly, could get better and better each year. Again, look at the touchdowns. 2024, 3 touchdowns. 2025, 6 touchdowns. That's not too bad of a jump in touchdowns. That's pretty solid. And that shows that he can improve quite a lot more. So I'm gonna say this. I feel like the Texans won this trade. I feel like the Texans won this trade. Develop Keyshawn Boutte properly. Give him the right situation here. You could have a possible, I'm going to say, fringe number 1 receiver. Will he be an elite number 1 receiver? No. Hell no. But he could be a solid number 1 receiver that you could possibly, you know? So that's what you got to do with Keyshawn Boutte's. But no, he could be a solid number 1 receiver that you could possibly get a couple 1,000-yard seasons. Are they going to be elite 1,500-yard season, 10-plus touchdowns? Fuck no. But you could get some solid wide receiver number 1 production out of him if you put a good wide receiver 2 next to him, you know? But we will see. We will see. But ladies and gents, boys and girls, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I knew this was a trade that was coming. It was just a matter of when it was coming. And, well, here it is. But that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitch, JMosier710, and, of course, on Kick, JMosh420. I will probably be live on Twitch after this video is posted. So, you never know. Come on over. Let's fucking go.